Okay, thank you very much. I'm very happy tonight for opening this incredible discussion, but not really formal. I will start first. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh my God, yeah, thank you.
My God.
How are you today? Are you okay? Are you happy?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, today we are going to discuss about the tremendous topic. What is that? It's about land ethics. But before we do the discussion, will be led by Mr. Zulfikar Nur. But before that, I would like to I would like to read some rules that you have known when you want to give your opinion. The first, when mute your microphone. The second, you are not able to give your opinion when the moderator doesn't allow you to speak up. And the third, focus on the topic given. The fourth, the hosts are capable of cutting your statement when the host or the moderator thinks your statement is enough. Fifth, encourage to be active. Even it is not really formal, but try to explore more your your view or expand your understanding about this topic. And but don't be afraid of practicing your English because we are learning each other. So we will get the flash or we will get the insight from this discussion. And the sixth, raise hand on the notification of the participants if you want to give your opinion. Okay, I'm going to check it first. I please you to raise your hand. Can you raise your hand? Just check it if you are here with us. Can you see? I can see it. Hello. Can you raise your hand just for checking? Nah, that's great. Okay, Mr. Okay, Miss Livia, Miss Suzy, that's great. Mr. Tommy, Andita, okay. Yeah, that's great. Okay, you can can you lower your hand? Okay, but I will give time to Mr. Zulfikar. Okay, please you, Mr. Zulfikar. Time is yours.
Alhamdulillah. All right. So glad to join this meeting. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I would love to introduce myself. My name is Julfikar Nur. I'm from Medan, North Sumatra. All right. Today I'm the moderator in this meeting, and let me share our topic. All right. Is my voice, Mister? Miss? Okay, clear ya. All right. Good evening, everyone. Okay, feel free for practicing. Okay, our topic today is about the land ethic, moral development, and ecological rationality. Okay, talking about land ethic, that means we also talk about environment, our nature, and how to build our ethic for for our, for the nature. All right, go for the first question. Okay, this is the first question for you. What is nature? Okay, if you want to speak up, just raise your hand and give your opinion here. What is nature? Okay, feel free for giving the opinion. All right. Hello. Okay, I ask you what is nature. Please, is there anyone? Just raise your hand and answer the question. Okay, I know it. All right, Mr. Go. Please,
Okay,
Mr. Go.
yeah, thank you for the chance given. Yeah, nature is
Okay.
how to say. Sincerely, I'm not quite with this topic, but I would like to
Uh-uh.
to deliver about my opinion about nature. Nature which is how to say something that we have to preserve, that we have to keep it maybe in the word because we are as human beings, so we have to care of nature. But I'm not really sure with this. Thank you, Mr. Zulfikar.
Yeah, I think so. It's difficult to explain. Okay, another opinion. Feel free for answering the question. All right. I'm going to choose Miss Andita, Sister Andita. Okay, please, Sister.
I think nature is the whole of Earth, which is include biotic and abiotic factors such as the land, water, atmosphere, and the organism is in it. Maybe like that.
Wow. Yeah. Nice opinion. All right. Okay, next, Sister Olivia. What is your opinion about nature?
Um, my definition of nature is could be like another physical material that surround us, but beside human, like animals and also plants or water, land, and weather, and also a lot of geological material, stones, anything, sand, and it only usually only the animal and plants who are considered as living creatures, but actually like a lot of nature that is exists uh, exists around our life. It's also important to be taken care of, not just animal and plants. Of course they are important, but the other, like the weather and the water and the stone, sand, and the land, they also need to be um, taken care of, like giving any treatment that could help to maintain and preserve them in a very maximum condition to preserve our life in the earth also, like that.
Wow, that's mean we are as humans. Are we the member of nature?
Actually, yes, we are the member
Uh-uh.
of nature, and we are like one uniteness. And
Uh-uh.
if there is one of us, including the animal, plants, and so on, that have a problem or have a distinction like that, one of us in this chain of life could break and could destroyed another life also. Like if the animals suffer, it can make us suffer too as a human. And if the plants also decrease, it can be also make us and also animals suffer. Like we are the whole humanity. We cannot just thinking that it is okay as long as we can survive. No, we have to like take care of each other, and because we are the most intelligent creatures in the world, we have the most responsibility to take care and preserve their condition. Because if not us who take care, who's gonna do this job, right? So we
All right.
are we are the main taker.
All right. Nice. Long explanation from
Thank
Sister
you.
Vivian. All right. That's great. Okay, next, Sister Sohi, who's this me? Please, sister.
Okay, am I audible?
Okay, clear.
Okay, well, the word
Okay.
nature is simply
Uh-huh.
very general in my opinion, but I can
Uh-huh.
explain definitely nature is something that has character. So it means like a human or even an animal or even a plants, as long as they have a character, they are nature. Because basically everything which is consists of this word, it could be everything that is exists around us, around the people. It could be plant, it could be human, it could be pillow, it could be everything that is exists that we can see that is nature. Because
Oh.
now we can see the history, right, that human is also created by land. So it means that human is also nature. That's why I said that nature is something that has a character. It means maybe it is soft, it is bitter, it is sweet, it is sour. Those are the examples of nature because those things are created by nature. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So all of things in this world is nature. Okay, nice. Okay, wants to give the opinion? Feel free. Everyone can give the opinion here. Okay. Just raise your hand. Nature. Okay, Ahmad. Uh, Mr. Ahmad. Okay, please, Mr.
Yes, well, thank you for this opportunity for speaking in this discussion.
Uh-huh.
It's maybe only in my opinion. First time when I
Uh-huh.
heard about nature, something that appears in my brain is about the avatar. It's about the land, it's about the air, about the water, and about the fire. Well,
Uh-huh.
it's quite funny when we talk about that. But nature is like a universe that we see today, but something that I said is um, maybe it's gonna be the definition by me, only by myself. Nature is something that exists before you, so it's gonna be nature, in my opinion. Even though it's about the organic thing or inorganic thing. Thank you.
Oh, wow. All right. Good opinion from Mr. Ahmad. Okay. Is there anyone who wants to give the opinion? Just raise your hand and feel free for answering the question. You can answer the question as long as possible that you want. Okay, I think one is there. Mr. Tommy, are you there, Mr. Tommy? Okay. Oh yeah, all right. Let's get to the next question. Okay, what's the relationship between humans and nature? Okay, this is the next question that you have to answer. I please you, just raise your hand. I think this is an easy question for you. Okay, we have Sister Livia. Okay, please, Sister.
I guess the real correlation between human and nature is very close, right? Because we are living every day like surrounded by so many nature, but usually in our when we talk about religion and in our Bible, we always told by our God to taking care of the nature, like carefully, and we have to living side by side with the animals and the plants also, and we do not allow to exploitate the this world or the nature just for the sake of our own benefit, like for the sake of our getting money, or selling a lot of natural products that we can get for free from the environment. But because human, we do not know the limitation of the nature, we tend to exploitate the nature to get money and to making business that is not eco-friendly like that. So the relationship between human and the nature, most of us, we have to admit that we are the destroyer of the nature just by living, like every day we using air conditioner. Sorry, every day we use air conditioner and a lot of motorcycle and car that produce carbon monoxide, and it can be dangerous for the nature. And we also like destroy the forest to build a residential area, and we throw a lot of uh, garbage through the sea and river. The relation is becoming like breaking down and going bad, because we are the one told by God to take care of the nature, but the reality is we are the one who do the exploitation in the first place towards the nature. Animal will not destroy the nature as you know as bad as us. We are the worst one, I think. So this is pathetic, I think.
Hello, sorry, I can hear you. Ah, nice. What happens? Yeah.
Cool. Maybe you can unmute first and we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
settle.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's really fantastic for Miss Livia for giving your opinion about this. I'm sorry I'm handling for a while because Mr. Zulfikar had a problem. And also, yeah, we are as a nature as well because human being can live or can't, how to say, how we can live far from and the nature as well because we are as a nature as well. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Zulfikar. What happened? I check. Yeah. I cannot hear your voice clearly. Try to prepare it first. Yeah.
Maybe
Thank
there is
you.
a problem with Mr. Headset.
Yeah.
The headset of Mr. Zulfikar.
Yes, yes. Okay, Mr. Hazubika, try to prepare first. Yeah, repair it. Okay, I will give chance to Ahmad, Mr. Ahmad Fatullah. Time is yours.
Thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Fudori. Um, well, when we talk about the relationship between us and nature, when we see about the regression between of both of them, I can say that we are part of them. So, because we are part of them, so the relationship between us and nature are equal. Thank you.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, we are as a nature. Even human being is a nature as well. Thank you. That's great. Okay, next I wish you Misuchi. Time is yours.
Okay, hello, Mr. Ku. Thank you for the opportunity. In my opinion, just as Mr. Ahmad said before, that actually humans are part of nature. But actually, for me, it's just kind of like nature. Actually, human cannot live without nature. Like we need a lot of natural resource, and then from the nature, how we can breathe, and then how we can eat from the natural resources. But however, nature can probably survive without humans. It's just like how about the plants and especially the how to say that, like let's say about the jungle and so on, the river, and then that all that actually can live without humans, but humans cannot live without any part of other part of nature beside humans. I think that's all my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Misuchi, yeah. Mr. Zulfikar, are you audible? Hello. Oh my God, what happens with your headset? What happened? Try to repair it. I give the several minutes. Yeah, we are supporting each other, such as plant, jungle, and also human being. We are supporting each other to fulfill, to survive in this world. In we can preserve or conserve the nature itself, we can live it or we can't. How to say? We can help each other. So we have to keep it. Thank you, Miss Suchi. Okay, next, Andita. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. And like Mr. Ahmad and Mr. Ji said before, we are the part of nature and we cannot live without nature, but nature can live without human. I want to explain that nature has provided everything that humans need. Basically, humans are very dependent on nature. Even today, humans destroy nature and exploit it, make a lot of pollution, and other humans are also another humans are also the ones who feel the impact, and it all ended with humans trying to make nature back to what it was. So I think nature is everything to humans.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Maybe the statement is similar or yeah, it's similar to Miss Suchi opinion. Thank you, Andita. Next. Okay, Doni Aditya Saputra. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mister. Uh, can you hear my audio?
Clear. Yeah, clear.
Thank you for time. In my opinion, what the relationship between human and nature? Okay. In my opinion, nature is not inanimate and passive things. The environment is a living things and is active. Nature as a teachers for the human, because human also adapt animal ways as well as a plant do certain activity such flying. Human invent the airplanes is a real form of adaptation to how to play to fly birds assembled using a machine. So I think nature is as a teacher for human. So human and nature is something make a relation closely, and nature give many listen to human. It's an example for development human culture. Many more things created by man out of animal natures. Many natures and human adapt to make a machine, make a plan, make a house, and build a motorcycle and etc. It's adapt from the natures like animal, like plant and etc. I'm sorry. Can you understand what I say, Mister?
Yeah, sure. I can figure out it. What you mean? Okay, that's great opinion. Hello, Mr. Silvika. Can you handle? Can you lead?
Okay, Mr. Ko. Is my voice clear, Mister?
Clear,
Is
clear.
my voice clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. Thank you for giving the opinion, Mr. Okay, next for Mr. Sahijuddin. How to pronounce your name?
Okay, thank you. Well,
Okay.
um, as a first, I'll say that human is sent to the world as a Khalifah. Okay, as a Khalifah, someone who lead and control the world, control the population of the world. It could be from nature or even human itself, each other. So if we talk about the relationship between human and nature, of course it could be really related to the message that is given by God to the human itself, because God has given uh has given a what amanah, what is in English, I forgot, to human to be Khalifah, then to control and organize how nature can be used for a daily life. So without a human, maybe we cannot see any pillow, we cannot see any electricity, because there is no one can organize it as be like that. So that's why human is a Khalifa, human as a person who organize, who arrange the nature to be used properly. Thank you.
Wow, nice opinion from Mr. Sahijuddin. Okay, nice. We are human as Khalifah in this world. Okay, thank you, Mr. Okay, the next, Mr. Doni. How about you, Mr. Doni? Have you given the opinion about this question? All right. Okay, let's go to the next question. I have next question. What is that?
Mr.
Okay, let me
Ahmad, Mr.
show it.
Ahmad. Okay.
Okay. So this is the next question for you. What's your opinion about ethics? Okay, just raise your hand. Ethic. What is ethic? What do you know about ethic? Okay, I please you. All right. Okay, I want to choose you. You don't want to speak up. Hello, Sister Tia. Okay, Sister Livia, please, Sister.
Okay.
Uh,
Ethic is kind of like moral principles, like the one that the principle of living that we believe or we show towards our, not just in our speech but also in our behavior and our habit, like our daily activities. We keep doing whatever whatever we believe that is true or right or allowed to do, using a set of moral principles. It's like an ethic, but if we talk about like the universal ethic, it is more like consensus, right? Like when a lot of people agree about one thing that it is right, it is good, and it is allowed to do. So it is have a good ethic, right? Because a lot of people believe that it is a good thing to do. But if one thing that we wanna do, but the other people's disagree about it, and the other people have principles that it is wrong, it is like bad, and it will, like make people feel annoyed. So it is not ethical, like we can say like that. So ethic, it's like an abstract concept about the way we should behave or speak. I guess it's like that. Sorry if I'm just make you confused. Thank you.
so, do you think that ethic is depend on the other one thing, the other one opinion?
Yes, a lot of ethics is more likely cling towards the culture and the norms, or the social cultures that we are living, because different, we can say different country, different nation, and different religion, different area in the world can have different moral ethics or different rules about how we should living or treat other being. For example, like when you live in the, when you live in Indonesia, it is not allowed to use drugs, right? Even though you use it for sometimes like medication, but without the prescription and without the regulation from the government, you are not allowed to do it, and you are not allowed to plan it. It can put you in jail or maybe get a death sentence. So it is based on the country or in the culture we're living in. But in the US or the other country that allowing you to use marijuana or, heroin to give medication, and without any prescription from the doctor, you can use it like daily for only for recreation. So a lot of moral ethics, it really subjective, depends on what country and your government's regulation and your people consensus. So yeah, for me it's subjective. But there is a universal ethic that is can be found true and right and good, because see we see that it is have a good benefit and good result if we keep doing it. For everyone, it's like a win-win solution, and there's the one universal ethic that I really love to do, but not everyone can accept it as what it is, because people usually tend to look in the surface only, like for their own benefit, and everyone has different different business, different motive, and different purpose, so it can contradict each other. It's hard to have only one principle that um, can be accepted by all humans in this world. It's hard.
All right, that was amazing opinion from you, sister. Okay, I have another opinion about this. All right, please, Mr. Ahmad.
Oh yes, thank you for
Okay.
this occasion. Um, yes, yeah. Um, Hopefully it's quite audible. When I said that something is right, that is ethical for me, even though the whole of the people in this world said that that is not right. That is ethics for me, because ethics is something right or wrong in the every single person perspective. However, when we talk about the morality, it's gonna be talk about the morality of the community or the bunch of people that live in certain area or in the certain culture. So the distinguishment between the ethics and morality is dependent on the person that talk about the right or the wrong. Uh, that is all that I want to say about the different different of the ethics and morality. In my perspective, maybe I'm gonna be wrong in this kind of conduct. But the certain thing is when we talk about ethics, it's gonna be talk about um, the subjection to say that something is right or wrong, depended on their ideology, depended on their way of thinking, depended on their theology or their religion, depended on their experience that they see in the whole of their life until they see to decide is it right or wrong. That is my opinion. Thank you.
All right, I see that you have different opinion about ethics. Nice explanation. Thank you, Mister. Okay, next. Okay, I'm curious about you, Mr. Sahih. Please, Mister.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
In my opinion, ethic is coming from our own self. So there is no relation between social environment and ethic, because in my opinion, ethic is naturally coming from ourselves. How we should behave, it should be measured as a good things or bad things. It should be measured from ourselves first. But second, I mean the base to decide an ethic, how to explain it? Okay, simply, ethic is a moral principle to measure something, create bad value or good value. Okay, but first of all, it comes from our own self, of course. But what is the role of social environment? The role of like culture, tribes, and other things is only parameter. Okay, for example, we wear uniform in America, in USA, and in Uni Emirate Arab, of course, will be different. The kind of uniform. Okay, it could be a daily uniform or what will be different, because maybe in Uni Emirate Arab, uh, let's say in Timur Tengah, in Middle East, will be more close, right, than in USA. So we can say that it is the right of people to use uniform, but of course there is parameter on social environment. Okay, the culture, tribe limit that things. But of course, first of all, ethic is coming from naturally from ourselves. Okay, it is bad or it is good comes from ourselves. Okay, thank you.
That means if ethic is coming from ourselves, we could not change it.
Um,
How to how about
yeah, the role of social environment is only for giving parameter. Giving parameter means like giving what? Giving limitation like that maybe easily. And like I said, you cannot wear an open uniform in Middle East because that is not the culture or even the tribe. Even though in your mind that is my ethic, that is good value for me to use that because my body or even my appearance will be very good. But social environment or even culture tribes in that region doesn't support your ethic like that, so you will look like no ethic anymore. So that's why ethic is basically coming from ourselves. We create a good value or bad value from ourselves, but there is a limitation or a parameter which is coming from a social environment, that is culture, tribes around. Thank you.
Okay. Nice opinion. Do you disagree about Mr. Sahis' opinions, guys? Is there any opinion, please? Okay, Mr. Gu, I please you, Mr. Gu.
Yeah, thanks for the chance given. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I agree with Mr. Sohail Sisni. Ethic is something which is agreed by communities, organizations, and also countries, uh, such as when we forbid the rules in that cultural ecosystem, and the organization, or also the environment, such as in how to say, on abroad, some of countries disagree when the Muslim wears veil, or it looks like I would say liberal, or it is like that. But in different term, when we are in the Muslim organizations, yeah, it's okay because the Muslims are decided, or has decided to wear as what they have decided to to be worn it as a veil and something like that. What Mr. Sohail Zisni said, when we no, how to say, Miss Livia, maybe when we to okay, sexual harassment or drugs abuse in Indonesia. Of course, it is perilous for us because the government doesn't support, or not doesn't support, but mustn't used. Yeah, no, how to say, no drinking alcoholic, no consuming drugs. But maybe in several communities or organizations, they legalize the thing, even that is the bad thing or the good thing. But because we are living in the country which is having the rules, so we have to obey the rules. That the government forbids us to consume the drug or alcoholic, something like that. Yeah, we have to obey it as the, how to say, as the individuals or inhabitants from each country. Thank you.
Okay. I see. All right. Nice opinion from Mr. Ko. Okay. How about your opinion, Miss Livia?
Mm. Actually, we really think some people really think that we are like a free, independent human being. We cannot be changed by our environment, or we are really decide carefully and aware, really aware of what we do and what we speak every day. in every decision of our life. But that is not really true, because when I study psychology, human is not that logic. We cannot really aware of what we are doing. Usually we only aware around 20% of what we are doing, and the rest of it, like 80% of it, we are doing it unconsciously, usually led by our emotion or by our unconscious habit and unconscious behavior, like created by our environment, our experience in the past, and maybe our parents that always teach us to do or to believe about something, or from our peer group friends, and etc. So we are not really independent as what we think we are. We are really half of us are still social creatures, that we are tend to disagree about something that is told as a bad thing by our people, by our friends, and by our colleague. So how can, like, for example, like this, a drug user in when they live in America, they are seen as a normal people. Like when they weed, they are seen as, oh, they just want to chill, they just want to have fun with their own life. So no one think bad about them, because the government and the environment already accept like weeding as a recreation thing, or maybe just for spending your weekends. But in here, if you are getting caught as having, drugs, even though some of people, I don't know, for medication reason, and maybe during this pandemic, they are afraid to go to the doctor or hospital to get the prescription. They buy it themselves online, and it getting become illegal, and they are caught by the police and put into jail just because they don't have prescription for the drugs they use. They will be, they will be seen as, a bad person, a prisoner, or a ex-prisoner if they already get out from the jail. So people will change their perception less, like, drastically about this person, based from the social norms and, social ethics, the ethics that is valued the most in that country, like in this country, for example. So it is gonna be really different, because people tend to obey the government and their social groups, the majority of the people. I would like to say that usually the majority is not really wise, and they tend to judge people without getting know deeper about what they are think about in the surface. But yeah, the majority is just like that. You cannot expect people will, like, using their logical and their critical thinking to getting know you more as a person, that you are not that bad, you are just a normal human being that sometimes do mistake. Yeah, we want to be seen like that, but most of the people will not see us like that. Or especially when you are, like, breaking the rules or breaking the norms that is valued the most by the ethic in your country or in your religion or in your social environment. Just my opinion like that. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I think so. We don't aware about what we do. Some, like you said, that only 20%. All right. Is there any opinion about ethics? Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so this is the next question. We evolve ethic or ethic evolves? I think this is the really
Can you
common.
give your statement, sir, from this topic? We haven't got it. What do you mean from this question? Can you give analogy?
All right. So this is like the ethic is how to say it, evolve ethic or ethic evolve us. That means is the ethic evolving our ourselves or ethic evolving by by itself. All right, Mr. Ahmad, what is your opinion about this?
Well, if I said that ethics evolve us, that's gonna be ridiculous because the ethic itself is related with the existence of the humankind, and when ethics can evolve by their own self, so who will know that the ethics itself is exists? So I suppose that the truth, in my opinion, is the what the ethical itself is. It is evolving by the existence of the humans. So when we see about many experience in the whole of our life, since the toddlers until we face the age of this recent time, we will develop the ethics from our perspective by our own self. So because of this consideration, I suppose that um, ethic itself is evolving by the humankind. Thank you.
All right, nice, nice. Thank you for giving the opinion, Mr. Ahmad. Is there any opinion? Okay, please, Mr. Chikoneng.
Okay, it is time for me, sir.
Yeah. I please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Perhaps first of all, I would like to say that in my definition, ethic is the highest value in societies, and there are a lot of boundaries, like the previous speaker said. It can be coming can come from several aspects like religion, culture, nation, regulation, societies, and others. But for this occasion, I would like to say when we talk about the ethics, so every single communities or society has a standard for their ethic. Um, for instance, when we talk about evolving ethics or ethic will be evolved by themselves. For example, like at the previous time, I learned in the what's that, like seems like boarding school. You can say that like pondok pesantren. Notably as a gontor is familiar for gontor. Their ethic is the student is really respected the teacher. But when I has been graduated from that boarding school and I teach in the other boarding school that is not coming from the curricula of Gontor. So their ethics change, not to respect a teacher, but to be a friend to teacher. This is there is a different cases. For example, that how a teacher should behave in their societies. And then when I come to perhaps in the how to say that pare or whatever is it, notably not a boarding, but like a boarding because we learn speaking there, and then we meet the variety of background. So the ethic is changed. How sometimes we learn by the worst word in English, we're naughty friends, and also we utilize whatever the words in movies, especially the bad words, to enhance our what's that, our ability, especially in our friendship or our relationship. So every single community has an ethic, but there is the standard of ethic, to not eliminate ourselves to be worse, but to be good thing. For instance, like the professor Yuval Noah written the book Homo Deus and also Homo Sapien. They said that don't blame LGBT because the way of life or the ethic is changed. At the previous generation, he said that I use our hand to climb a tree and also to take a fruit from the tree. In the Picanthropus erectus or Homo sapiens at the moment, but nowadays we utilize our finger and our hands by play a piano. So the ethic is changed. But wait a minute, when we utilize critical thinking, we should determine what is the beneficial and also what is the bad word that will contain that ethic. If there are a lot of worst thing that will coming from ourselves regarding we utilize their ethic, so it's okay to be different with the others based on your perspective, because when we talk about the ethic, we shouldn't be different, but how to be part of them. So it's named as the community. But I would like to say that we evolve the ethic when we has a power, but when we don't have a power to manage the ethic, that is bad ethic, that is the good ethic for ourselves, so the ethic will evolve yourself. Thank you. I
All
think
right,
it's from
all right. So we have to have power to evolve our ethics. Okay, nice opinion from Mr. All right. Next, Mr. Sahi, who's this? Sahi, who's me? Please, Mr.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Well, my answers are we evolve ethic and ethic evolves. Well, let me elaborate. First of all, I can say that ethic evolves person. Why? If a person itself, as a human, they are only flowing like a water, they are only asking and receiving from people, like they are only, yeah, they are only willingly accepting everything that they heard, like in general, in maybe in the where in the village, maybe where they ask like the legal basis of smoking what haram, for example. So they will only accept that smoking is haram. They will not giving any further analyzings. So maybe it could be ethic evolves a human. Okay, for other examples, in some village, okay, is uh their ethics is regulated by one person. For example, there is one person, kiai. This kiai regulated all ethics of a human and population and persons inside of the village. So it could be general ethics in the village creates a human. But how we evolve ethics? When we can think independently, like maybe we decided to be, okay, let's say to be agnostic is the best way for us to be humankind. So this is an ethic that we evolve, that we create. Okay, maybe to be what? To be what? I forgot the name. Yeah, maybe to be agnostic lah. The easy examples. It's a good things. It's the good way for us to behave toward people. So it's very okay to be it's very okay to say that we evolve ethic. Maybe because of the condition or even the circumstances around us supported us to be like that. For example, our cycles tend to be critical thinking. Okay, maybe our action, how we act in public is also different. Like people, like I said before, only flowing like a water, following one person, only asking and receiving, they are only evolved by ethic. But a second example that I gave you is the example of how we as a human evolve an ethic itself. Thank you.
All right, we as a human evolve ethic ourselves. Nice. I think you have much experience, Mister. All right, thank you for giving the opinion, Mr. Sahi Utihni. Okay. All right, Mr. Gu, I please you, Mr. Gu. What is your opinion?
Thanks for the chance given. Yeah, additionally, I agree with the previous speaker. Here, around, it's appearing industrial development such as Internet of Things is taking place in our life. We can't be far from the technology. But what is the? I have the question: how to increase our ethic to the society, to the human life, to human being, and others? Because as far as I can see, we which one is the better one? We live in the online and offline, but while enhancing our ethic, such as we are gathering in the offline place, such as coffee shop, market, and something like that. But for right now, millennial era, when they have decided to gather in one place or in one room, they are not talking each other, but they are holding the phone each other. So, what is the difference and how to increase our ethic? Basically, as my question before, which one is the better one? We are talking by virtual like this to increase our ethic, or we are meeting in the offline room, offline place, where while not talking, not taking care of each other. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Nice, Mr. Gu. Thank you, Mr. Gu. A great opinion. All right, next one. Okay, this is ethical behavior. Okay, this comes from Aldo Leopold. Aldo Leopold is the founding father of land ethics. Okay, ethical behavior is doing the right thing when no one else is watching, even when doing the wrong thing is legal. Okay, this is the opinion from Aldo Leopold. So after knowing this statement, this opinion, the question is, so what do you know about land ethic? Okay, because we had discussed about what is ethic and what the environment is, what is or what's that. So this is the chance for you to give your opinion about what do you know about land ethic. Combination from ethic and land, ethic and environment. Maybe do you ever heard about land ethic? Do you ever know about that? Okay, I release you. What do you know about land ethic? All right. Okay. All right. Please, brother or sister Aka. Okay, I
Thank
please
you.
you.
Is my voice clear for you, Mr.
Okay, very clear, Mister. All right. I
Well,
please you,
thank you
Mister.
for the chance given to me. I believe that every community has their own land ethics, especially local people living in certain areas. But basically, something that common, that something that has something in common in general is about how they respect natures. I believe, especially when it comes to indigenous people, they have their own way to preserve natures, to respect natures by not exploiting um, massively toward the natures that they have for centuries. Since their ancestors, for example, they've been respecting natures for ages. Let's say um, when I, sorry, let's say I went to a village in Borneo, for instance, in which one of the local communities here, they ban us to, to exploit a lot of trees, for instance, right? At least one family, for example, can only cut 100 meters of trees, for example. If we do more than that, which means that you violate their ethics, their lands ethic that have been living for ages, for centuries even. So when you commit something bad toward the natures, toward the lands, you will be given some punishment or penalties that that may give some deterrent effects to people to not to destroy their lands. So basically, in general, I could see that every indigenous society has their own uh, culture to preserve nature, which is their land ethics. That's the thing that I know a little bit about it. Thank you, Mr. Julfika.
All right, nice opinion from Mister. Yeah, I think so. That is the land ethic definition. Okay, is there another opinion about land ethic? What is that? Okay, this is land ethic, the main point of our topic today.
Could I give a question?
Yeah, I please you.
Okay, I think it still has something to do with what I said earlier. Basically, every local communities have their own culture, have their own ethics to preserve their natures. But currently, and it's so unfortunate actually, in the middle of technological development and programs, massive programs, development built by the government or companies, for example, that have destroyed their natures, and it leads to conflicts, right, between local people and factories, for example. It's happening in a lot of places, especially in remote areas in Indonesia, in which lands have not been exploited by the factories or massive developments supported by the government as well. So how do you guys see this? How do we put our position on these issues? Um, should we let's say support the development or support land ethics uh, that has been built or even prevented by local communities so far? So how do we put our position as a uh, layman here or common people? Thank you, Mr. Zulfikar.
All right, thank you, Mister. How we put our position? Okay, who wants to answer that question? All right, Mister Ku, I please you, Mister Ku.
Okay, thanks for the chance given because it is my time to practice my English. And so I will try to answer from Mr. Robert, Mr. AK opinion because in my city there are how to say mining from the oil, but one of the places they don't want uh, to be colonized, not to be colonized, yeah, not to be how to say arranged by the government. Even the government accelerates many times to control or to operate it, but the nomadent they want to how to say organized and also managed by themselves to continuously elevate. They can, yes, colonize is the correct or okay. Yeah, elevate. They don't want to make a relation with the state companies or state sectors, but they try to manage or organize by themselves. Even it can expand massively, or uh, yeah, it can expand massively for their uh, yeah, their how to say, not cooking, they organizing. Maybe like this. This is in my city, in the local how to say local sectors maybe that I can say. Thank you.
Mr. Ku, who do you support, Mr. Ku? Then, looking at that situation, Mr. Ku.
Yeah. Uh, how to say there are the organizations, not how to villagers. Yeah, the villagers tend to organize by themselves. Even the government from capital city try to over by giving by giving huge price, really, but it's been doing several years up to now. The government can operate it, can take it or can handle it. But one of them, because there are three places, two of them are operated by the state company. If I'm not mistaken, two places are supporting the oil mining to the world. But how many percent I forgot. But yeah, it's included to support the mining, oil mining to the world or to the capital city or to the country. But one of them, they try to operate it by the villagers itself.
All right. Nice, nice. Okay. Miss Chikoneng, do you want to answer this question or the question from the Mr. Aka? Mr. Aka?
Okay, want to answer the question is coming from Mr. AK.
AK.
Okay, yeah. When we talk about who will we support, so we should come to two kind of theory, especially realism and idealism. When we talk about realism, so we should tend to the government as the leader, how to build the nation better than before. Because the function of a nation to build the economy, realism said that the function of nation is the big economy, because by using the great economy, you can protect your nation from the other nation. That is the theory of realism said that. On the other hand, by using, in addition, by using the great economy, you can enhance your security tools like army and also resources, especially in secure your nation. But in contrast, the philosopher said it's not about the realism that coming from the reality, but idealism is more powerful than realism. It took more time perhaps when we utilize the ethic in land, so we should decrease our potential value, especially in the economic, and we also should postpone the capability of resources, especially in the human resources, how they will be trained, especially in that sector. So it needs the time, and then it will be 40 years later, because when we are ready enough to build our economic system rightly sorry in the well-being, but when we utilize these glasses or perspective, whatever or idealism, so I tend to the realism. I tend to the idealism, because the idealism is we don't hurt someone else to goal our goal and also to enact what is our solution. But when we utilize the realism, so sometimes we hurt the other side, or we can say that the opposite that is not coming from our planning. So occasionally for that question, perhaps we should give more examination to our politician to learn moral ethics in that parliament, because we often saw how many unmoral ethics that's coming from the politics, especially how the opposite is only several parties, or we can say that few parties, and after there is the winning is coming from the one party, so the other party will come to be a coalition to get the chair of ministry. So there is the balancing in that ethic, especially in politics. So at that question, perhaps I should say that the idealism, it need at times, but it is the what's that? The keberaneka-ragaman, how to say in English?
Diversity.
Oh yeah,
Diversity.
diversity. But our diversity will be not lost, and it's and secondly, like I will answer the technology. Yeah, we can follow the ethic is coming from technology, but we can determine what is the ethic or the good ethic is coming from the technology. We will choose play a game the entire day, like Mobile Legend, PUBG, or that will be wasting our time, or we utilize our technology to learn the language, especially in YouTube. There are a lot of content creators, or perhaps we can learn the international news like BBC or Fox to enhance our capability, especially in the learning process. So it will be grateful and give us the opportunity. And when we talk about the marketing or economic, in the past year, we are really difficult to export our product. But nowadays, by using Shopee and put your product in Shopee, you can export. You can sell Indonesia, and you can product Indonesia, and you can sell to the ASEAN countries. So the ethic, it's coming from what is the power that we determine the ethic, bad or the good. Thank you.
Can you unmute your voice?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because we still have many questions in the next slide. I suggest you to answer the next question later. Okay, this is okay. I'm sorry. Nice. This is the lead acid. Yeah, the lead acid definition from the audio layer 4. All right. Let me read it. Okay, the lead acid simply enlarge the boundaries of the community to include soils, water, plants, and animals, or correlatively the land. So this is we are alarmed. We alarmed our community that water, soil, plant, animal are our community, not our commodity. Okay. So this is the what is a land ethic. The explanation from the slide before. There is a yet no ethic dealing with man's relation to land and to the animals and plants which grow human it. Okay, this is you and this is me, common man, and this is our society, and this is also the land. So means the land is our community, the plants, the tree, the animal is our community. They are our community, not our commodity. That's the other Leopold means from land ethics theory. Okay, so because from according to other Leopold that humans and land are standing in the same level, That is Aldo Leopold's theory. So that statement will give you the question. The question is, do you agree if humans and land have equal rights to life? Do you agree about that statement? Okay, I presume Mr. Sahihuddin.
Okay, thank you very much. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Okay. Based on the question, I will be saying that I'm agree. Did I agree to the statement? To the question? Do you agree if humans and land have equal rights to life? To life or to live? I don't know. Okay. Uh, it's a very common words. Do you know animism? Animism. Okay, animism is the word means everything has a spirit. Everything has a spirit. It means that everything is alive in this world. So to be animism person actually is to want of reward for us. Because what? Because for those who followed animism theory, they will be more respectful to the nature. They will be more respectful to land because they said that if I destroy the land, if I destroy some trees, it could be I destroy the spirit of them. That's why I can say that humans and also land have equal rights to live or even to be having life, because as the question before, like the relation between humans and also land is like a human is a person or even an actor who used or who organized the nature and include the land itself to be what, like to be something useful for prosperity of a human or even anything that is will be very useful for a people. That's why I will say that humans and land have equal rights to life. Thank you.
All right, nice. Thank you for giving the opinion. I think so. We have equal right in the to life. Okay, this is the maxim land ethic. Okay, maxim that's mean perspective. Yeah, perspective from land ethic theory. Okay, a thing right when it tends to preserve the integrity, stability, and beauty of the biotic community, and it is wrong when it tends to do otherwise. Okay, that means all we do that have to preserve our integrity, stability, and beauty of the basic community. And also here we have the second maxim, second principle principle of the land ethic. The land ethic changed the role of Homo sapiens from conqueror of the land community to plain member and citizen. So here we are not uh, like I said last time that land is our community, not our commodity. Okay, so here I have a question for you. How to implement the land ethic in our society? Is there anyone wants to answer the question? All right. This is uh, ecological and ecological. Okay, that means this is ecological. The human is acquire the land, authoritarian, dualistic, unsustainable, delusional, mechanistic, self-destructive, unwise. But here we know ecological. That means we are the members of the nature. We are the member of the land because we grow from the land. So this is that's a land ethic mean. So the question is, what do you think about this picture? Yeah, I please you. This is a very nice question, I think, about ecological and ecological. All right, Mr. Tommy, are you here, Mr. Tommy? Okay. Oh, Mr. Tommy is not here. All right, another. Okay, I think this is a very easy question. Mr. Sahi, who is this me?
I have no idea.
All right. Okay, Mr. Ahmad. I please you, Mr. Ahmad.
Well, maybe I will not answer this question. I only want to give the explanation or maybe a little bit opinion from that such picture. Well, it's making me fun. When I see the right wine, I can say that. Oh no! Firstly, I will see the words that existed below the picture itself. It's quite subjective, so I will give a huge what I will ignore the whole of the words that existed below the picture. That is the first one that I want to say in this such of speaking. And then when I see about the right one, um, I can say that when we have the way of thinking by the right one, we can say that we human as one of the existency that live in this world will be have the family with the other existence such as the gorilla or chimpanzee, monkey, and the others, and we face the evolutionary of Darwin, and we agree with that, such as that opinion that exists when we we say that the right one is true. But when we see this through of the ethics is existed by the left one, the theological perspective and the perspective of what existed that we know today, such as we are more than the whole of the existence and we have the obligation to control them, and we will give the balance to the nature. That is existed by the left picture of the left side of that picture. That is the opinion by me. And I want to give a little bit additional by the left picture. If we agree with the left picture, it means that we are not same and similar with the three of the what ecological perspective, such as we are not in the same family of the chimpanzee or the gorillas and the others, and we are not mammalian, we are not animal, we are the other existence besides the mammalian that is existed when we see the left picture as something more agreeable rather than the right one. That is something that pops up in my brain. Maybe I'm false because everyone has their own ethics and their own experience. Thank you.
Okay, I see that everyone has their own opinion. Okay. Another one, please. I need another opinion about this topic. Mr. Aka. Is there Mr. Aka?
Yeah. This is me.
Okay.
I was still thinking about it
Uh-huh.
actually. That's why I lowered my hand. But okay. So anthropologically, as far as I'm concerned, in the past, humans once lived in harmony with the other creatures like plants, animals, and so on, especially thousands of years ago, which was in primitive communal era back then, in which humans generally still hunted animals and make the most of plants, trees, jungles, etc. However, since the private property occurred thousands years ago in the human history, the culture, the tradition to preserve and work in a group as a human had changed back then and worsened by the technological advancement made by industrial revolutions, for example, from 1.0 to 4.0 at the moment, in which, as what Mr. Ku said earlier, right, the advancement of technologies, industries, mining company have worsened the relationship between humans and their surroundings, like lands, animals, cultures, even, and so on. So regarding this situation, looking at this situation, I think that because of previously they really they were really eager to exploit the society for the sake of their own benefits, money, and profits. Of course, to tackle this condition, we need to change our perspective on, exploiting and making the most of the natures from the sake of profits, benefits, to the sake of the humanity, the sustainability, and so on. However, building those conditions is not an easy task for us, because there's still some perspective humans, parties that are still eager to exploit natures, like those who have big influence in the world, I could say. That is why we need to change. Basically, the solutions are massive, right? At the moment, in regards to preserve the environment, like from scientists they've been building so many solutions. Therefore, I guess we need to move, to implement the land ethics in our society. We need to encourage, I guess, we need to voice our own voice to, urge the authority, to urge the government that have control over lands and so on, to change their habits. I think that's all coming from below, in which local societies like farmers, as I said before, they've had their own ethics to preserve their local lands. And I think that's what our side should be, in my opinion, to implement and also encourage the land ethic in our society. Thank you, Mr. Zulfikar.
All right. Welcome, Mr. All right, nice opinion. That's great. That's great. Okay. How about you, Mr. Ku? What do you want to say?
Okay, thank you for many times for my how to say my team for practicing my English. So, furthermore, I agree with Mr. Robert said that from ecological, like and ecological, we are as human beings, we are not easy to satisfying something. Means we have to control it, such as the problem which was happening several years ago, the dolphin, the circus of dolphin. Yeah, the dolphin is carried on somewhere by using boats. So when we are a human being, we have to take care, or we have to be unselfish of the dolphin itself. Yeah, not only demanding the money itself, but we try to take care or unselfish from the dolphin, because the dolphin can say, why do you pursue me, why do you uh, only obtain the money for me? But the dolphin can't say anything except the prophet Sulaiman, right? But uh, as as we are human beings, so we have to take care, are
Okay.
unselfish of the animals, the tree, the plants, the land, because we are supporting each other, we are helping each other. We can't live, we can't destroy or exploit each other. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, because we keep many destroyed with others. Okay, another question. All right. So, what potential benefit can be felt by application of the land ethic? Okay, next question. Okay, the benefit about land ethic. All right. We have Miss Livia. Okay, please, Miss Livia.
Mm, my my vision about land ethic is when all of the country and the citizen also can be one voice and agree about putting the land ethics in the foremost principles of building the country and making the regulation a strong and supportive regulation towards the environment preservation. We gonna live longer and this earth will be habitable for a longer time than it's gotta be when we keep destroying our environment like this. Like when every country can help each other. You know, some of the country that has the widest and or the biggest forest and the sea, they usually not really rich and doesn't have a sustainable economic um, economic condition. So they tend to like destroy their forests day by day or reduce their forest land day by day in order to get the income or the money for helping their citizen or building their economic and reaching their income for keep keep surviving towards this economic competition. Like when you know about Brazil has also very famous Amazon that consists of forest and river or and etc. Can you imagine if the Brazil got a economic problem and they have to surrender their Amazon iconic forest and let it be destroyed in order to survive during this economic hard situation? Um, they need the money. They need to make residential building or industrial factory to increase their personal income, but they make around this whole earth around us become in danger because we gonna have very less oxygen. And we know it as a the main center, like paru-paru dunia, that usually people say if it destroy all the human in this earth gonna be die soon, like that, because we know that a lot of countries are struggling toward this pandemic situation, and a lot of countries should understand that you cannot just survive by your own self without thinking about helping the other country too. Like when we try to we want to take care of our country, we should take care of the other country also that have a lot of natural resources that provide oxygen and um, make us make the weather is not too hot like this. We saw the researchers always telling us that the weather gonna be hotter and hotter and hotter until it cannot be live, until the human cannot survive through this hot wave anymore. So we have to move to the other planet for the worst case. So to prevent it happen, I think the rich countries should have land ethic, not only inside their country, but also toward outside the country. They should help giving the like economic help, or maybe they can send their best human resources to help to take care of the Amazon, or like in Indonesia also we have so many forests, or in Russia. We should help each other in order to survive from this extinction. I think humans should help each other to propose and make our generation can live longer in this planet. Thank you.
Unmute, sir.
All right. Yeah. All right. Wow, nice explanation, sister. Okay, that is the potential. Will we fail? All right. Is there any opinion about this topic, about this question? I think once more. Is there? All right. If there is no, okay. Because our time is over, I would love to give the conclusion about land ethic. Yeah, land ethic is the theory comes from Aldo Leopold. Aldo Leopold is the founding father of the land ethics, because now we can see there are many many people love our environment, wants to build our world to be green, go green. That theory and that idea all comes the first comes from outdoor of so here let us see wants us to make and to make our environment and all of the members of the land to be our community. Okay, so we can invite, we can save our environment, the spoils, the animals, and all of the members will be our community, not our commodities. So we have to give make ethic when we what is that when we want to get benefit from our environment, from our nature. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thanks for giving me the chance for being a moderator today, and I say thank you. And the last I say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'll back to the Mr. Ku.
All right. Yeah, my pleasure for sharing us discussing about land ethic. Okay. Let me share screen. We have discussed about land ethic, but at least I found several mistakes or I have to say less interesting or less enticing. Yeah, that means, yeah, when we try to say that means, because means is verb, so we have this that means, not that means. Yeah, we have to be careful because it will be better for improving our English. And also something makes, yeah, something makes, not something make, because something it can be singular or is singular, so we have to add by a mix as the verb. Okay, culture, yeah, not culture. Culture means Indonesia, so we have to pronounce it culture. This in this case, and also last time one of the participants said Khalifah. Maybe it can be leader, chief, yeah, like that. It will be better. Based on last time I found that someone said based to or based from, yeah, because it's how to say it. Phrasal verb or Mr. Sunshine, is it phrasal verb? I forgot it. Yeah, based on, yeah, not based from or based to, based about, yeah, we cannot say, so we use based on. And also last time haram, we can say illegitimate, yeah, illegitimate, and yeah, others. Okay, massively, it's adverb, besar-besaran, the meaning is besar-besaran. And also we can use the synonym when we try to explore our speaking. It will be enticing or lucrative. Even though, although, albeit, the meaning is meskipun, walaupun. Not only even though, although, but we try to use albeit as well. And also we try to give this occasionally. And last time, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ahmad Fatullah said occasionally, or Mr. Sahihuzihni said occasionally, or the synonym of seldom. The meaning is jarang. And also maybe it's academically word or vocabulary. We can use additionally, furthermore, or moreover. The meaning is this, tambahan or selanjutnya. Okay, next, diversity. Last time, Mr. Chico said, what is the meaning of keanekaragaman? Diversity. And also the last is lung of the word as paru-paru. Okay, thank you for the corrections because we are learning each other. Later I will send this in the group. Yeah, before we close our discussion today, and I wish you to open the camera to how to say, hello, Mr. Marshine. Are you in the sea? Mr. Marshine? Others, I wish you to open your camera. Mr. Sahil Sydney. Mr. Sunshine? Miss Opni?
Mr. Sunshine is exhausted, I guess,
Yeah, I think so.
from climbing a mountain, right?
For climbing.
For only opening the camera, I do that.
Okay, Mr. Ahmad atau wait, no, nothing. Oh my god. Okay, Mr. Angga, Miss Livia, Miss Aditya,
Miss Tia, Miss Tia, Miss Tia.
Miss Sophie, Mr. Januar, come on. We are waiting
Hello.
for yeah, we are waiting for you to how to say
I
to
think
take a
I could
picture.
not turn on my camera because this is dark here.
Okay, sure. Miss Sophie, okay, we're waiting others. Okay, I wish you. Hey, I will wish you. I will count it until three. Hey, come on, Mr. Are you really tired, sir? Your face it looks like not good. Okay, Mr. Sunshine, come on. I will count it until three. Three, two, one. Okay, once more. Let me save it first. Okay, once more. Are you ready? Okay, one, two, two, three. All right, thank you very much. Yeah. Before I close the discussion, we have Yelena. When I say Auta community, we have to you have to answer yesterday. You say tomorrow. Oh my god, I don't forget it. Auta community.
Yesterday,
Okay, say
Say
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Say
oh my god,
tomorrow.
thank you very much for the participants. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Mr. Sunshine.
Yeah.